Many thanks for staying with us. To Education Matters now, and details have emerged on the new university funding model being proposed by the government. In the new model, students will rely mainly on student loans to finance their higher education. Under the proposals now before Parliament, the government plans to raise billions of shillings from investors, parents, graduates and development partners instead of the current arrangement that depends on taxpayers' money. Under the proposals, scholarships will only be available to top-performing students and those from poor and vulnerable families. Our education reporter, Lois Nyaundi, brings us this report.
After weeks of uncertainty, speculation and mixed signals following President William Ruto's announcement that the government would fully fund university students, the details of how the plan will work have finally emerged. The new model will come as a shocker to university students as scholarships for government-sponsored students will be scrapped, money they were not required to pay back.
It's not even the student we are funding what the student will become. So that is what we have changed to show that this student you are funding, if he's doing medicine, you're going to fund a doctor, therefore it becomes bankable, allowing the private sector then to put in resources to support the government.
Instead, the government now plans to provide the students with loans that will be repaid at the end of their degree programs. Take, for example, a student pursuing medicine whose annual fee is 600,000 shillings. If the student is fully financed through loans for the entire 6-year program, they would graduate with a loan burden of about 3.6 million shillings. The scholarship will now be reserved for only a small number of learners from most vulnerable backgrounds and those who demonstrate exceptional academic performance. The details emerged in Parliament as the Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba, HELB Chief Executive Geoffrey Monari and other senior officials presented proposed reforms that will also introduce a new law to govern the higher education sector.
We then propose the Tertiary Education Placement and Funding Bill in lines with the TORs of the Working Party. And what this bill does, Chair, is it deals with the two things together, both placement of students and funding.
The government plans to raise money to fund students from 4 main sources, including education bonds, parent education saving policy, student loan recoveries, and concessional financing from development partners. The changes come as President William Ruto's government grapples to get right the troubling university funding. The current student model, adopted in 2023, was publicly touted as the solution to funding problems facing universities by the president, but ministry officials now admit it is not tenable.
We have envisaged that we want to ensure that as enrollment grows, we do not heavily depend on government funding. We diversify the various funding streams.
As Parliament now considers the proposals, questions now surround the fate of the burden transferred to students and whether the model will provide a lasting solution to the cash-strapped public universities. Louis Nyaundi, KTN.